According to the words of Jim Rohn, a life worth recording is a life worth living. The majority of successful people keep journals, and there are a variety of explanations for why they do so. Not only does keeping a journal provide you with a space to record your thoughts, but it also gives you the opportunity to reflect on where you are in life, as well as where you have been and where you are going. There are a plethora of applications for your personal journal. Even though successful people make it a point to write in a journal every single day, the way in which they do so and the topics that they covered in their entries are highly variable. You should keep a journal for a variety of reasons, and here are some examples of the kinds of things that successful people write down in their journals. The top 5 causes for keeping a journal. The list of benefits that come with maintaining a journal is likely to be so extensive that it would take an entire book to cover all of them. Let's take a quick look at 5 of the most compelling arguments in favor of maintaining a journal. Make a note of your thoughts. Many of us have brilliant ideas, but we can't remember them after just 10 minutes have passed. If you had a journal on hand, it would be simple for you to jot down the information and refer to it at a later time. People who are creative frequently find that ideas come to them at the most inconvenient times and all throughout the day. It's possible that jotting down these thoughts in your journal will be the catalyst for you to find a job that you adore, launch a new business, or even just do something that will make your life easier. I find that keeping a notebook in my bag encourages me to make notes as I go about my day, which I can then go back and look over later. Because I do not always have my journal close at hand, I sometimes use the notes feature on my phone or keep some sheets of paper in my gym bag to jot down my thoughts and ideas. Establishing objectives and making plans. A journal is an excellent tool for establishing new objectives, making plans, and reviewing what you've already achieved in the past. On a daily basis, you are able to chart both your successes and your failures. When you set new goals, it will be much simpler for you to examine your progress and determine what is and is not producing the desired results. I have far too many ideas, so reviewing what to focus on helps me prioritize my efforts. I find that it is helpful to review what to focus on afterward. Get your bearings. Writing in a journal can be a helpful exercise for getting your thoughts organized and gaining perspective at times. You are able to write without interruption or filtering, which may assist you in releasing pent-up emotions regarding the day's events or other aspects of your life at this time. This helps me to deal with my thoughts over things that bother me, particularly things from my past. I find that it relates to things from my past. Keep a journal to record your routines and routine patterns. Your journal is an essential tool for you to use whenever you are attempting to change an existing habit or kick an old one. It is possible to use it to keep track of the habit as well as the patterns that contribute to the success or failure of the habit. When I was trying to lose more than 10 stone in weight, keeping a food diary, and more importantly, a diary of my feelings and thoughts was what kept me on track. Facilitate the process of growth. The practice of journaling is one of the many tools that successful people use to help facilitate personal development. They don't want to remain static, and journaling gives them a window into who they are as individuals. It may be of assistance in determining what the obstacles are and overcoming them so that you can get one step closer to achieving your objectives. Because I sometimes fail to keep up with my journal, I need to make it a routine to do so. When I used to keep a journal, I would use a value reporter pad from the supermarket. However, I have found that keeping a paper journal is much more satisfying, and having a nice book with nice paper and a nice cover encourages me more. What should you write in your journal? Your journal contains your very own private narrative. You are free to make it about anything you like. Some successful people adhere to a strict schedule, while others keep a journal and write in it whenever the mood strikes them. Take a look at some of the things that people who are already successful write down in their journals. Gratitude list. Many successful people begin their journaling practice by compiling a list of the people and experiences in their lives for which they are the most thankful or grateful. You can unleash a tremendous amount of power within yourself by physically recording the things for which you are grateful. You'll develop a more profound appreciation for the things that, up until now, you may have taken for granted. Through clicking on this link, you will have access to a free gratitude journal. Keeping tabs on objectives. People who are successful typically have many goals for themselves. They frequently keep track of both their progress and the action steps necessary to accomplishing their objectives in a journal that they keep for that purpose. Unfiltered pages. Some people who are successful use their journaling time as an opportunity to simply let things flow out of their mind during this time. They will sit down and write without being interrupted or using any kind of filter, and then they will simply observe what comes out of their hands. It's possible that one day will be full of ideas, while the next will be spent ranting about something that's driving you crazy. Recording one's dreams in a journal is something that is very frequently done. People who are successful regularly daydream in their journals and jot down the things they want to accomplish in their lives, such as advancing in their careers, going on trips, and accomplishing a variety of other goals. Everything imaginable and then some journaling is a great way for people to figure out what works best for them and ultimately help them achieve their goals. They are free to take their journal anywhere they go and record their thoughts in it however they see fit. You might find it therapeutic to write about a scene that you observe at a restaurant, or you might want to be able to record ideas whenever they pop into your head. Either way, keeping a journal could be beneficial. You have complete control over your journal, and it is up to you to decide what entries to make in it. The majority of successful people make a concerted effort not to filter their journaling, as it is generally true that the truth emerges from our brains unfiltered. Writing in a journal is a very effective strategy for gaining insight into who you are, what you want out of life, and the kind of progress you're making in the direction of achieving your objectives. It is one of the most effective tools for self-reflection that you can use to get to the bottom of what makes you tick. So, do you plan to keep a journal? And what purpose will you put it to? Perhaps keep a gratitude diary. Many successful people keep a journal in which they record their thoughts and experiences on a daily basis. Some people write in their journals first thing in the morning as part of their daily routine, while others don't get around to it until the evening. It doesn't matter which one you pick as long as journaling becomes a regular part of your life, because that's the only thing that matters.